We see y'all. The state sees y'all. But for me, this is what I do. I pour back into the community, right? And the work that I do has social justice underpinnings. The work that I do, I work to dismantle stigmas around mental health. And, because in our community, mental health wasn't talked about. When we were growing up, it was, it's not wrong with that child. They got ADD, or they're hyper, they need this, they need that. People wanted to medicate them instead of trying to figure out what was going on with them. And so I think that that's important for me. And so starting the after school programs and the summer programs, that's what I want to do. The money, of course, is a business. It's going to be there, but I want to do it because I really do believe in saving our community, all of our youth, but especially our babies that look like us. Definitely. And so summer 2026, that will be happening. And the group home should be open no later than July, the first one. And then right after that, we're going to go right into opening up our second one. So we'll have 2 of them open this year. I've been privileged to work with underserved populations quite some time. Even though my business is a private practice, I still write Defense of Community Mental Health. I'm still out here in the streets, as I like to call it, doing real things with real people. And so it's important for me also with the group homes because a lot of these children are discarded. They're looked at as, of course, like bad, or they're looked at as unreachable. People just kind of toss them to the side, whether it's their families, their schools, just even their community. And so that's important to provide a home for them that's warm, welcoming, it's nurturing, it's loving, a place that they can come and just, have their room and have their space and be around other children like them. So all of that, 2026, and of course, continuing to grow my private practice. So I'm everywhere.
Well, I want to commend you on that, give you your flowers, and just tell you, keep doing what you're doing for the community. We need more people like you in the community, just that has the compassion that, for humanitarian, you know what I'm saying? Just for people, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what get me, like, when I see people doing the work, you know what I'm saying, and providing that outlet, and, just, it gives you that soft spot. Because, we see these kids out here lost every day, and they don't have no help. And it's like, we can't blame them after they got in trouble or went the wrong way because they didn't really have no choice. A lot of them, it's kind of hard to, point fingers at certain situations where, it was destined to fail from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So,
the systems were created against us.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And so when you think about, when you look at a youth and it's like, oh, well, they out here, they stealing cars, or they're doing this, or they're doing that. And it's like, oh, they just bad, or they just want to go to jail, or da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no, they didn't have the skills, right? They have to be taught the skills. And so a lot of these children don't have the skills. And so I like to build those skills and help them learn, like, it's okay. And then for us Black people, epigenetically, we're born with trauma. So trauma is literally passed down, and it changes our gene expression. It changes our DNA. And so we're already born into a traumatic lifestyle. We're already born, as I like to say, my mom and them say, behind the 8 ball. And so there's so much that we have to learn, but there's so much that we have to unlearn and decondition before we can relearn. And people don't understand that. And that's because people have a very limited knowledge of mental health, even though there's Google and Chat GPT. Stay off Chat GPT, y'all.
Stay off Google.
Stay off Google.
All right. But look, stay off Google and Chat GPT to solve your problems.
That part.
If you're just trying to make a picture, do it, do you? If you're trying to solve your problems on these platforms, more than likely that's not the answer. You know what I'm saying? So, and stay on Facebook. Facebook is not your doctor.
It's not.
Like, since I'm talking to someone in this field and I can say these things professionally, because I say them jokingly all the time on Facebook, and people be like, oh, you know, because Facebook is entertainment purposes.
Absolutely.
But, you also it's a message and a lot of stuff. And I see a lot of the mental health on Facebook. Facebook is a mental health field. Like, you can just get on Facebook and get you a patient.
I'm telling you.
You can be like, you know what? I think you need to come and see me on Monday. I just want to talk to you. Just see where your head's at.
Listen,
like,
for real. I just had a couple weeks ago, I need to start holding 15-minute pro bono sessions for people. Because you can get on these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can see people that may have therapeutic language, right? And it's so easy for them to sound like they know what they're talking about a little bit. They throw a couple of little therapeutic jargon in their sense, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow them because I relate to them. When a lot of times it's a lot of people that's just wounded on there,
a lot of us
for that validation.
A lot of us, no. So what I'm saying by this is, because anybody that knows me knows I'm really supposed to be in school right now for psychology. So I've been procrastinating on it over the last few years, just building my media stuff back up and graduating from that.
Yeah.
So I built this studio, and I'm expanding this studio, and I got other rooms. So I'm doing that. So it's like when I do things, I like to fully commit.
For sure.
I can't fully commit to school right now just because I'm still building my business, making sure this is running, everything is efficient with it running. But like I tell everybody, people, by the end of it, my next office is gonna be that.
Yeah.
Like, you come sit down with me, I'm be like, I'm
Frazier.
Listen, I'm just here to listen.
If you need a mentor, I'm right here.
No, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming. But that's my long term goals. Is that I just want to have my office in. I'm Frazier. I just want to talk to you. What you want? And I ain't judging. See, it takes people who've been through stuff to actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. Even when you look at churches and you look at certain things and you look at pastors and most of them people been through something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like when people come out of jail reformed and they change their life, and that's the person you want to hear tell you don't go to jail.
Yeah.
A person that just did 20 years telling me don't go to jail versus a person who ain't never been to jail. You'll be like, you know what, dog said don't go to jail because they do this. He was in there 20 years and he seen 30 people die. All right, I don't even, you feel me? So it's like the messenger is always important.
It is. And I think that, in our community too, I know a lot of Black clinicians, and a lot of clinicians of color, but a lot of Black clinicians. Right. And one thing that I can say, being a Black clinician, is that we are so sought after, especially now as people are destigmatizing these therapeutic spaces, especially now that people are trying to take their mental health seriously and get answers for the why. Why do I do this? And so one of the reasons why we're sought after is because Black people can relate to other Black people.
Right.
I have clients that have come in and they'll, maybe have seen an unmelanated clinician prior to seeing me or what have you. They're like, oh, they just didn't get me, or I had to over-explain. But honestly, in our space, even sometimes if you have not been through what that person has been through, you can still find a way to connect with that person, and that's what's so important. Is that connection, because we're not here to give you advice and we're not here to tell you how to govern your life. I have clients that have come in and they'll be like, oh yeah, so we're going to talk about him again. I'm like, him again?
See,
okay, dang, well let's get into it.
The piggyback, not to cut you off, but the piggyback off what you were saying, so Black people as a whole and as a general, just because of what we've been through, we are a lot more judgmental off top. And we call white people racist and all that stuff, but we more racist and judgmental than any other race first. I ain't gonna say
more prejudice.
Yeah, more prejudice. White people, y'all, but and you know what I'm saying, but we don't trust our own people.
By design.
By design. So, but I'm just saying, even though logically we can assess that and be like, you know what, I do, but we so broken as a community is what I'm saying. You have Black people that live like this, that ain't never even experienced this type of stuff over here. You've been living like, what you don't know about the hood? Like generations of that.
Absolutely.
Like of wealth of Black people that, and then you got the majority of us that's been through stuff that when we get to a certain level, then we start to see things the other way.
Right.
Like, or, dang, it's cool to do this, or it's cool. So I think a lot of it, like you said, just becomes from that trauma.
Yeah. And
this is what I had to learn about myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, being in this field, I started knowing how deep I loved the psychology field, like just going through my own stuff. Like, man, I'm crazy for real. Like, I was like this. Like anybody that know me can look at my statuses, my posts, anything. And I'll tell my baby mamas, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, anybody. As long as you tell them, motherfucker, that nigga throwed off, then we cool. We cool. Once you start acting like I'm regular and I come over here spazzing out, and everybody be like, I'll be like, bro, I told you, tell you nigga how I throw. At any given time, I could go left if you say the wrong thing. But I've learned how to control that, is what I'm saying. Like, but you have to, when you know yourself, and I think that's the deeper point I'm getting to is, a lot of us don't even know us.
Absolutely.
They can't look in the mirror and be cool. And that's why I made that post a few weeks back. Like, I can honestly look in the mirror and be cool. Like, from being a kid, from what you were saying, to looking at your flaws and being, oh, I'm not light-skinned enough, or I'm not this, or my hair ain't good. Like, to now, I'm listening, I love me. Like, this how God made me. This how he made me. If you don't like it, cool. Somebody told me they love my voice. And look, I hate my voice. I don't hate it, but I hate, like, ooh, because I said I was gonna work with this earlier. Ooh, I need to talk like my regular voice, this. But I'll be so excited and I hate the high pitch me. That's not my real voice. That's just me when I'm excited. But my regular voice is this. And I'm like, if I could just project this in my interviews and but as soon as I go play this back, it's gonna be in a high pitched voice, and that I'm like, that's cool.
Because that's still part of who you are too.
But no, I accept that. But when, like I said, I got a friend, somebody's like, ooh, I like your voice. Your voice so sexy. When people tell you your voice is like, all right, let me clear my throat so you can hear me out there. But nah, so that's what I was saying, when you accept your flaws and you accept what you don't like about yourself. That's more important, because 9 times out of 10, what you don't like about yourself ain't what somebody else don't like about you.
Right.
That's your insecurities. So that's where I was going back to, when you're able to look in the mirror and just smile, be okay with it. Like, all right, it's cool. I know I ain't the fly. All right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm cool. I'm cool with me. And I think that confidence, on self-confidence with anyone, goes a long way. I think once you start taking, like the pastor said, responsibility, accountability.
Absolutely.
For your thoughts, your actions, your lateness, anything, just take responsibility for your half of it. Once we do that as people, I think, society will be pushing the culture in a different direction. I think people like you that understand with the people that might not understand and do the same type of job, I think us getting in, it bridges that gap.
For sure.
The people who don't connect with us just as well, from a person like you that can walk into a building and talk to a person that might not connect with us on that level, but they connect with us on this level. Oh, they might connect with you. Oh, girl, I like your style. And then we connected off of that, and then they take that to the next level. If they like my style, then they might like what I got to say. You understand what I'm saying? But I think a lot of us come from just that place where we always, we deal with negative every day growing up in our communities. Like, negative is how we deal with our trauma. We joke, we laugh, we talk stuff about the next person. When we kids, we don't know no better. Then when I grew up, I look back at, and when I was looking at people that might have got picked on, or we picked on just because of this and that, and I'm like, dang, that shit was wrong. You know, like, not wrong, but we was kids. Like, you don't know no better, and you think it's fun, and it's like, dang, when I look back at certain things, and I applaud the people that came out of them situations as diamonds. Because it's a lot of people that was talked about when I was young, and I'm like, she's beautiful.
People used to talk about me.
No, I mean, like, we all got talked about. But I mean, it's a different cliques, and it's different cool kids. And I was always a cool kid, let's say that. But I had friends that people would talk about, is what I'm saying. So I could put myself in that person's shoes, or I would come to their defense. Like, you ain't talk that. Or I made the kid that people talked about cool, because they see him with me. Like, you ain't talking about him no more, because he with me. So I was always that friend. Like, I always, even from my music, I'll go sign a person that was the oddball. And they be like, why you always be, because all my friends be cool, then I'll go get one nigga. Like, they be like, bro, where the fuck you get him from? I'm like, bro, because he got the same drive and passion for this that we got. He just don't got what we got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can look at that, because my mama from the projects, from Poindexter Village. I come from the slums. Like, so when people be looking at me because I'm raised in Southfield, I'll be like, bro, you don't know, like, my grandma ain't moved out of Poindexter Village till they start knocking the apartments down across the street from the
church, my Union Grove. Like, people don't know, like, your story. So it's just like, but when I do my interviews, I get into things like that. But me on Facebook or Twitter or social media, I'm not here to explain that to you every day. Right. So I want you guys out there, let me put this message out before we go deeper into T's interview. Take what you take from me, what you take from me. Judge me how you judge me off of what you judge me on. When you know me as a person, then judge me from that. You feel me? Yeah. And that's why I tell people, I'm not, people can be like, oh, he be bragging. Oh, bro, if that's what you took from it, like, if that, cool.
But that's people's own stuff, you know, that they carry in their bag. Yeah.
Because somebody told me, one of my uncles told me, because a lot of people like how I am. Like, most people love my character. Like, Richie, you motivate me. And that's what I'm here. I'm here showing you I can pop it so if Richie can do this, I know I could do it. Like, it's like that because I'm showing you how easy it is. Yeah. So I used to try to dumb myself down, like you were saying, for certain people in situations I might have been in, because I know you might, but I'm not about to dim my light because your insecurities. Yeah. So, and then I look at stars and entertainers that made it successfully to a certain level, and it's not that they're not humble, it's you got to know who you are first.
Yeah.
So, and you got to learn, I always tell people this, my daughters for one, you got to teach people how to treat you.
For sure.
They going to treat you however they
want to.
But once you tell the people, that's why I like strong, independent black women. Because, first of all, you know the type of women you approaching when you deal with a strong black woman. And this is why the men, and no shade to my cousins, friends, family, out there that date outside the race, or married or whatever. But I understand why. I don't think people understood. But I understand why. Because my mom is a strong black, me and my mom ain't started getting along, like not getting along, but it was a rough patch from like 11 to like 16, 17. Then after that, my mom became my best friend. Yeah, because she was so hard on me, like, my friends love my mom. Because my mom used to tell me this, your friends like discipline. Because they don't got that shit. They don't got that shit. My friends come over, they listen to my mom, she got to pull up your pants. I'm sagging, they pulling up their pants. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you want? They be like, man, they respected my mom. And I cherish that to this day. Yeah. And I look at women now that even my baby mothers, like, they exude that. Every woman I've ever dated, and that's my problem. Because I deal with the strong, this how I'm in, oh, you don't want to do, I'm dealing with that. Not that y'all like that, but what y'all say is what y'all mean. And it's, if you don't like it, my mom used to tell me, you don't like it, bro, you get out. I used to be like, so when I got older, when women say that to me, it don't even offend me. It's like, I've been kicked out of better. Let me go ahead and get my shit. Look, funny story, we're going to get back to the interview. I was on 270 heading west, and I had this friend that used to pick me up from work, and we got into an argument. White girl, just a friend. What? Friend. We got into an argument on the freeway, and she like, Richie, get the fuck up out my car. Like, right, we on 270. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I ain't been kicked out of better. She pulled that motherfucker over on 270 West, nigga. Like, before Hilliard, like, nigga, and put my ass out. Bro, I was the longest 2 hour walk I had to get to, because it was right before the split. You know, I split, with Dave and Buster's. It was like right before the split. So I was walking, driving, it's like 3 minutes. Right. Walking, it took me 45 minutes to get, I was like, so I say that with just being, you gotta just, as a person, take accountability, responsibility back to what I was saying. So I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to go into something that I know you might be able to touch people and just talk to them about. A few years back, we dealt with some cancer. I watched you go through that. I watched you, become a survivor of that, and just be strong through the whole process. I think, as far as me, I think that was what I watched through it. Like, I don't think I've seen moments, but I've never seen a moment where you really let it break you in the public. I know we go through ourselves. I know what it's like. So, but publicly, I never seen you fold a break, and I think that was what I took from it. I'm like, man, if I could go through something, I need to be able to be strong. How was that for you to be that person, for us to still be there, inspirational to us, but you really going through it?
So yes, I was diagnosed with breast cancer 5 years ago. So this is my 5th year. And warriorship. I say warriorship strategically because I am a warrior. I am surviving, but I'm also living and thriving. So my 5th year warriorship. When I made the decision the day that I was diagnosed that I was going to fight this with everything that I had in me. And one thing for me personally that I did not have time to do is I did not have time to be pitied or be sad for myself.
Right.
Like, it was what it was. I can't control this, right? It was what it was. It's something that I couldn't control. But what can I control? How can I focus on that and do that the best way that I can? So for me, it was important about staying up on appointments, making sure that I was communicative with my care team, and making sure that I knew exactly what it is that I wanted in terms of surgery and all of that. And when you're going through breast cancer, any type of cancer, but when you're going through breast cancer and you're like, your schedule is filled with all these appointments and you're waiting and you're having surgery and chemo, radiation, and people are coming in to take care of you and supporting you on all of the things. That is like, that's what I call like the honeymoon phase. Because after chemo is completed, after radiation is completed, after everyone has gone on about their normal lives, which they should, right? After no one's really checking on you all like that anymore, it's like, oh, the appointments have slowed down.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is what survivorship is. There are mental ramifications that smack you in the face.
I was going through that while you was talking. That's why I said my psychology. The whole time you talking, I'm like, it's the mental part. It's almost like when someone dies.
Yeah.
You know, right there, they get you.
Absolutely.
Bam.
Yeah. And the unrealistic expectation is that people are going to check on you in this capacity all the time. And I think that we don't give people enough grace in their everyday lives with that, right? Like, people, you hear people like, oh, ain't nobody checking on me. Like, my mom died 7 years ago, and ain't nobody checking on me. Like, every day?
No, see, I'm not every day. See,
right?
But I'm not like, but I just think that if I love you, and people have been showing me this lately, people have been calling me, checking on me, like randomly. It'd be if it be via Facebook, phone call. Certain people have been calling, and never before my dad passed away. Like, my sister passed away, niggas ain't checked on me in 30 years. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, I've been going through this for 30 years.
Right.
Yo, just now, my dad died, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Because what I learned is they got people dying in their life.
Absolutely. Like, we all do really have things going on in our lives, right? And so for me, when people still do check on me, but just not in the same capacity as they want to, and I'm okay with that. Because I'm not going to be tethered to this diagnosis the same way that I was when I was initially diagnosed, right? And so it's important for me to just be out here living. And so when you talk about public breakdowns versus private breakdowns, cancer never broke me. I always was the big dog in the situation. Period. Like, I had made up in my mind, because I'm the big dog in every situation. Because that's just my energy, right? I'm a main character. And so when I was diagnosed, I didn't have time for the why me and the why not me? Who do I think I am? That it would pass me by. Why not me? But what can I do to advocate? What can I do to take this test and make it a testimony? And so that's what was important for me. And so, no, I do have moments, and I did have moments where, yes, of course, I would cry. I think one time I was going into chemo. I think it might have been like my last chemo session, and I made a video, and I was not crying on camera. Y'all are not going to see me cry on camera. I just don't do that.
Y'all might see me cry on camera.
I'm not pulling out my phone and crying. But
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, you know how people be doing like that strategically.
Look, I'm not. If you see me in a hospital bed, somebody else is filming.
Right, now that's different. Now if we sit here and you know, a tear might come. Okay, that's different, but I'm not pulling out my phone to do that. But I did make a video, and I think I was struggling that day. And whatever I was struggling with, I was very transparent about that thing. So cancer never had the opportunity to break me. Even when my pathology changed, even when they told me that I had bone metastatic cancer, even with all of the things, I never looked at it as a death sentence because I was not interested in dying.
Got it.
And so because I wasn't interested in dying, I was going to make sure that I did everything that I could, and not even just on the science end of the thing, but in with natural remedies, like eating well, working out, all getting rest, fighting. And I told the people around me, listen, I was diagnosed on January 19th, on January 20th, and Rakia will be a testament to this. I told them, I said, listen, y'all can feel what y'all feel. Y'all's feelings are valid. I'm not trying to invalidate anybody's feelings because I know that this doesn't just impact me. Right. I know that it impacts you guys as well. And cry. Please cry. Right. Release whatever you have to do. Because crying is cathartic. Like, release that thing.
Listen out there.
But
it's okay.
If you are going to fight with me, and if you're going to stand on the front lines with me, I need y'all to dry them tears up in front of me, and we're going to fight this thing together. And that's what we did, and that was important. But I definitely had my moments where I might be having a hot flash. I just had one this morning. I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. But because I've been living with this so long, I've found it easier to navigate. So yes, there were moments that I broke down, but no, there was never a moment, public or private, where cancer was going to break me.
And the reason why I asked you that and we went down that lane is I just wanted you to be a motivation and inspiration as you already are, but I wanted people to hear you, your testimony, and you say it. Because we all go through stuff. And I wake up and I say stuff like social media is the devil. And I always say that everything is the devil. But everything has God in it too. You understand? So, if you don't see the devil in certain things, if you can't see the devil when you see the nigga, then you blind.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in human form and whatever it come in. If you can't see it, then you lost it. And so what I'm saying, I'm the type of person, I see the devil in every situation. I'll be like, ooh, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So when you took on that fight in that battle, you already see the devil in the situation. You're like, oh, devil ain't about. It's like when you got one up, when you know what you are. It's the devil. Oh shoot, I know how to fight him. It's like when you blind, you don't know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what you're dealing with. So I just think that you giving your testimony and being able to just say it out loud, and somebody else that might be going through it, them words right there that you just said might help somebody else. And I think it helped me when you was going through it. Because I was like, damn. Like I said, I watched what my bro, even next door in the studio, on a motorcycle, man. It's like, ran him off the road. Like, now he's an amputee. And he got to get his leg cut off. And that's his nonprofit. He's Safe Roads. Now he's advocating for safe roads because he's a person like me or you that's regularly every day, getting out here, being in the field. Now you dealing with a life-altering injury where your life is changing now. You feel me? So, watching people like you, because my mom always used to tell me what you said when I was young, like, don't ever think it can't happen to you. Yeah. That was my mom's motto. Yeah. And then my sister got killed. And I was like, that shit crazy. Don't ever think it can't. But it broke my mom, because I don't think she ever thought her words would come true. So I'm a realist, and I'm living it. I live every day scared. Like, not scared, but I'll be thinking it can happen to me. Right. I think it can happen to me. Like, bruh, I don't know what's about to happen, but something's going to happen. And that's how I look at life. So I try, even with my kids, I had to tell my son, like, bruh, I'm not never saying that I would want anything to happen to my kids, but I watched my mom go through it, and then to the point where I felt like it was my kid, because it was my little sister. Yeah. I raised her. So I felt like I already lost a kid before. Really, so it's like, yeah, but I'm not accepting something happened to one of my kids, but I learned how to accept what God puts in front of you, because it broke my mom mentally and put her in the hospital because she couldn't deal with it. So I had to learn how to deal with it through that. Right. Like, no, I'm not looking to bury one of my kids, but if that did happen to me, let me go ahead and process it now. Like right now.
But do you see how, like, that's how trauma can also impact us and change us? Because sometimes we do look at the world through a traumatic lens.
I am the traumatic lens looker. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm good enough, like, because I say that with this. From the time Renika died till I was 25, till I had my son, I used to live every day like it was my last day on earth, like literally. Like once I made 25, I literally woke up like it is my birthday.
I made it.
I'm like, it's 21. I was like, yo, I need to take this thing life serious. And that, I think, for real, my son, and that's what woke me up. Now, my daughter changed me, but my son woke me up to where I gotta chill. God gave me life.
Yeah.
I might be able to survive on here a little bit longer. So then it started to be like, okay, getting everything in order, like God, and I got being in tune more. I was always in tune with God when Renika died, because that was my everyday crutch. God, like I wake up, I thank God every day. But then now, like I'm more back into my mom and state, like the spirit, just getting in tune with everything, just life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting so it's a process if you get to make it, boys and girls out there that might be fighting through some of the same stuff that I was fighting with. But yeah, I think I just woke up one day and was like, dang, he gave me another. I was 15 when it happened. Just 10 years later, I gotta shake this shit. Cause I couldn't even go to Renika's funeral for years.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was probably like 20 something before my mom was like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was a process. But I say that because like you were saying, we look at it life through a lens. You know, sometimes that's what we dealing with trauma in our own head. But yeah, I just wanted to go through that for you to give people that peace, and you know, I wanted to speak on that because I know that helped me.
Yeah,
you know, that helped me as a person.
Transparent with my journey. People ask me all the time. I had an event Saturday that I went to. I had 2 events Saturday, and the second one was a glam session and a photo shoot for women who were survivors. And the makeup artist was like, "Tell me your story, girl." So I'm actually in the process of writing another book, and that's what my next book is going to be about. Is about my journey with having breast cancer, but also going to give readers a snapshot on the caregiver side,
right,
and what they saw and how they experienced just being my caregivers. Because Rakia was foundational. Little man, his mom was foundational. So yeah, just give people more insight about what that looks like. But yeah, I'm always transparent about the journey.
That's why I wanted to get you on here. You was talking about you was nervous. I'm like, nervousness is when nervousness is uncomfortable. Anybody that get around me, they come. I don't care what we just met in jail or something. Like that's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, this you gonna spill it out what I need you to spill, and you gonna get the information to people the way they need it. Now this is the part of the conversation where you tell everybody where they can find you at and link up with you.
Real quick before I get into that, the reason why I always talk about how nervous I am is I am still a recovering social anxiety person. So I used to have social anxiety really bad when I was younger, even though I danced my whole life and things like that. But when I do get in these spaces, I am comfortable. I speak. I just did a conference in November. I just had a speaking engagement in December. I have something else coming up in October of this year. I've been a keynote speaker before, so I do speak in front of people. I do panels, which is a perfect segue into where you can find me. You can find me on Instagram. I'll give y'all my business Instagram: Heal, Grow, Evolve, Thrive, and I think it's like heal.grow.evolve.thrive.
We'll post it.
We'll post it because y'all, I don't be knowing sometimes. I just create the page. On Facebook, same thing. I have a like page, but you can also follow me, T Elder, T-E-E, last name E-L-D-E-R. Shout out to Elder Gang.
Shout out to my elders.
Yes. And also, I have a website, healgrowevolvellc.org, where you can find all of the services that I offer. So I do individual therapy, I do groups, couples, families. I'm also 3 weeks away from getting my Sound Healer certification because I do believe in holistic remedies as well. And there is a connection between sound and reducing anxiety, stress, and all of the things that rest inside your body. I'm a somatic therapist, so I'm always going to put people in their body. Where did you feel that in your body? processing and reprocessing, where again, I put people in their body. I want people to feel, because sometimes in therapy people are really self-aware, and so they're like, oh well, I know why I act like that. I know why I do that. I know why. And so it's like, okay, let me put you in your body then, since you know so much. Now you're gonna feel it. And so a lot of times they try to use that to escape the feeling. And so I'm also EMDR certified. So yes, that's where y'all can find me. What else you want to know about the girl? Like, well,
before we get out of here, what we doing for fun? Because you are a fun. We did business. Now because that's what this is. It's a real, like, I don't think people understand how this segment and this new show that I'm doing, the Real Conversations with me is, and how I'm laying it out. You see how we just had a real conversation the whole time? It was just a conversation. Yes. We just talked.
That's what therapy is. It's a real conversation.
We talked on what we
nervous. It's just a conversation.
You know, the other interviews, when I get to asking y'all the spicy questions and stuff like that, we get to that too. But this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we want to know what. So before we get out of here, because we got like a couple minutes, what does T like to do for fun? Then we know, to let the people know like what's going on, because we know you're a boy mom. We know they growing, and we got stuff going on. But what you like to do for fun?
Listen, yes, fun girl. I'm the walking party. Okay, I'm a walking party. We have a good time over here.
Fashion.
So yeah, I like to get dressed for fun. Yes, for sure. Yes, I like to obviously spend time with my kids, but honestly, it's kicking it with my family. You know, we family, but you know so many of my family members as well, and we like to kick it and have fun. So I like to do that. Family has healing power to me, so anytime that I get the opportunity to be in their presence, it's always going to go up. So I like to kick it with my family. I like to kick it with, my friends. I actually have to kick it by myself. So you might catch me on like a little bar, because we grown. So I'm big grown. So you might catch me on a little bar or something, but I like to travel. I'm a solo traveler, so I do enjoy just traveling by myself, where I get to experience other cultures and other communities. I like to read for fun. I like to dance. I have so many hobbies. I make clothes, so I like to sew. I make my own clothes right now, but I like to sew. I pulled out that sewing machine in a heartbeat. Sometimes just resting is actually fun for me. So, because I'm always on go, I love learning. Learning is fun for me. So, I like to do a whole bunch of stuff for fun. Like, what? You trying to go hiking? You want to get on this zip line? You want to get, I'm very well rounded, very well versed. So, I like to do a lot for fun.
Hey, just one question. Because I got viewers. Are you single? I don't get asked this question normally, but I know what the comments is going to look like. And I know how my inbox is going to go. I know how my inbox is going to go. And they're going to be like, why you ain't asked her? So if she has an answer that way, y'all ain't got to hit my inbox up.
You know what's crazy? We might have to do a part 2 interview, because I am single. I don't subscribe to the traditional relationship styles. I deviated from that, and I always have. So I've always subscribed to a polyamorous lifestyle since I was a kid, and that's stamped. My grandma just said to me 6 months ago, we always knew who you was. You weren't hurting anybody. Everybody knew what was up. So we could talk about polyamory whenever y'all want to. I'll come back. We can get into it. Whatever. We can talk about it whenever, because it's not what people think it is. But to answer the question, I am single technically, but I would be amiss if I did not shout out the person that I have been interacting with, as I like to say, for the past 2 years. So yes, I'm technically single, but if he do lock it down, I don't know, I might try this monogamy thing, because it's easy, it ain't hard. But if he do lock it down, then yeah, we locked in, we gonna see what's up. But technically, yes, I'm single. Yeah. Listen, because
I got so many stuff. Yeah, we gonna bring part 2
we
back.
Can get into some
part 2 coming soon, because I like my ex. Like it's like
and it's deep.
You just touched on so many stuff, because I think my ex would be like, see, I like her because she is like, y'all.
And it's deep, and also, like, honestly, it connects to something deeper, right? When you think about the way that we connect with people in life, there is not one singular relationship dynamic that we have, right? And so it's like, well, why is that reserved or limited to a romantic relationship? And so there, like, even the psychology behind that, because everything that I do, I'm giving you psychological underpinnings, right? And so we could definitely run it back and get into the psychological underpinnings behind that, because a lot of people sex with a lot of people or you want to do this, and it's so
I just don't want you having sex
so
with my
far
boy. Like, I don't care.
from that. Like, but honestly, there
I'm
are
not
stop
kidding.
crying. Like,
That's the only part. Like if you
But
like
there
this.
are so many relationships that don't.
No, I
have
get it.
that.
No, look,
like,
this is what I'm saying. My psychology is like, okay, I get what you're saying, but I'm so selfish about my stuff. I don't even want you driving my car.
We're gonna get into.
I don't want you driving my car. You think I want you driving my car?
I get it. We
Bruh, this a Benz.
I get.
You got a damn Ford.
Real life. Listen. Yes, we got.
I understand what you're saying. If he just want to take you out on Wednesday for dinner, and that's your friend Bob, okay. And he ain't touching my. He's
But
not
you can
oil
do that.
changing.
You can do that though. You can set in polyamory. It's how you want to structure your relationship.
Look, see, I'm
So we
different.
we
I'm like
gonna
a
do
pimp.
it.
Like this comes down. No, I'm gonna get your mind, your body. I want your heart. So
And you can have all
So
those
what I'm
things.
saying is, long as I know that's mine,
You can have all.
boy, you can take her wherever you want. I know what she gonna do and what she gonna do it for. Like what I'm saying, I'm saying if it was that type of situation, but. Most of these girls don't give you that. So it's like, bro, I can't play with her. I ain't got her mind and her heart. I can't just put you on a strip and you be like, daddy, no, that's my daddy. You're just my friend. We coming back part 2.
We gonna do
Love
part
me.
two. We definitely
Because she
gonna
my
get
therapy
into
me. And this one, like,
We're
shit,
gonna
bro.
get into it for sure.
Woo.
But yes, I am technically single for the people. But I do have somebody in my life for sure. And I am a very real person, so I would never, you know what I'm saying? Like, skip past that. But yes, technically I'm single. But yeah, he I'm gonna get more into this.
Yeah,
Because he looked at me, looking at his phone,
he like part 2.
He like part two.
Let's figure this
I
out.
got a friend that's similar, and
Yeah,
I've
that's
had
why.
so many discussions.
That's
It
why.
piques my interest. That's why. So
That's
it's
why I'm
crazy.
like,
So I'm like,
when
part
the
2
camera
soon.
come, we gon' rap. for
Part
sure.
2 coming
Part
soon.
two
We
coming
3 minutes
soon.
over time. Hey, I appreciate T for coming through,
I appreciate
dropping
you
the
for
T
having
on us at the end of the interview. You see how that worked. Follow her on all her social platforms, her business platforms. If you need any of her services, tap in with her. You can tap in with me. I can connect you.
For sure.
It's been a pleasure. Dope conversation. I love it. Yeah, man. We back. It's been another one. Yeah, we wrapping that one. Push that one. Let me see what we got. My phone been going off. That probably